you know, in the worst kind of case scenarios? How should we be prepared to be organized?
Yeah. You know, I think that when we're talking about worst case scenario, this isn't the first time that we've been in this situation, right? We've been in pretty hostile situations in the past. I can think of in 2008, and Angela was there during that time organizing with the coalition that was called then the San Francisco Immigrant Rights Defense Committee. And so I think that you can shed some light about like the past, you know, this is not a new age that we're in.
We've done this before, although Trump is unprecedented, but we've had an unfortunate taste of this before under Bush. And Joe Rusinello, our then U.S. attorney, who's virulently anti-immigrant. I think what's important, and that this goes to going to the school district scenario that you gave, is that all students are trained, all hospital staff are trained, even all police departments are trained on people's right to remain silent when ICE approaches them, and that ICE isn't allowed into someone's home. They need a warrant signed by a judge, and even then that individual doesn't need to let them into the home. They could step out and speak and not allow that person access to their family members. And so there's a lot of know your rights material that I think everyone in the whole city should be trained on, even people who are not undocumented, so they can help their neighbors and friends. And there's a ton of material just on the Asian Law Caucus website that gives people these basic points, and also palm cards they can keep in their pockets. And then we also have a rapid response system to raids in San Francisco through the SF Island Network. San Francisco
Immigrant Legal Education and Legal and Education Network. Yeah.
SF Island. And they should call that number immediately.
And what happens is the Rapid Response Network, the way it works is once somebody receives a call, there's somebody on call all the time. So the call comes in, we actually deploy somebody physically to go out to the site, make sure that there was a raid that took place. Because, you know, earlier this year there was some raids that were announced. People were really worried. And we did have that system set up, and folks were, you know, going out, confirming or, you know, verifying that there was no raid. But they go out, make sure that there is some activity happening and confirm that, and then after that they actually start sending lawyers. And so back in 2008, when there was this once again, this not only a threat but something that was carried out here in the city when it came to raids and large-scale raids, basically there were attorneys at the ICE building here at 630 Sansom constantly there to just defend people's rights and ensure that they knew that they had the right to an attorney. And that there were pro bono attorneys that could take on cases, and so they weren't just signing deportation orders or, you know, trying to, you know, making sure that they knew what their rights are and that they could get representation.